What if Jesus was born today? Not 2,000 years ago in a dusty stable in Bethlehem, but now in a hospital, in a crowded city, in the middle of our world. This world, the one that scrolls, posts, argues, and forgets. Would we even notice? Would we care? Would we follow or unfollow? Maybe his mother would be a teenager no one believed. Maybe people would whisper that her story was just a cover-up. Virgin birth? Please. Maybe Joseph would be an ordinary guy, confused and afraid, trying to do the right thing in a world that no longer believes in right things. Jesus might not be wrapped in swaddling clothes, maybe just a hospital blanket with a tag on his wrist. No angels singing in the sky, no wise men crossing deserts, just a few exhausted nurses, and a security camera blinking silently in the corner. Would we scroll past the post of his birth on Instagram? Would the algorithm bury the savior of the world? If Jesus was born today, would we hear him at all? Would we recognize the voice that calms storms if it spoke through a teenager on TikTok, or whispered from a homeless shelter, a refugee tent, or a prison cell? Would we recognize his miracles if they came not with fireworks but in quiet moments, like someone forgiving their enemy, or a child choosing kindness, or a man setting down the bottle for good? Would we laugh at him for being too soft, or cancel him for being too hard? Would we be too distracted to care? If Jesus came into our world now, he wouldn't need a throne. He'd take the back seat. He'd hold the door open. He'd sit with the lonely kid at lunch. He'd visit the dying in silence. He wouldn't go viral. He'd go unnoticed. Because Jesus never came for fame. He came for the forgotten. He came for you. You see, maybe the question isn't, what if Jesus was born today? Maybe the question is, what if he already has been? What if he's been knocking all along, but we were too busy to hear it? Revelation 3:20 says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him and he with me." He's not waiting for a perfect manger. He's waiting for a heart that's open. We think we need to find God. But truthfully, he's been finding us all along. In the hospital waiting room, in the long line at the grocery store, in the grief we don't talk about, in the loneliness we scroll past, in the quiet longing we all carry. He's there, closer than breath, closer than pain. Maybe he wouldn't perform on a stage. Maybe he'd be helping the single mom 2 doors down. Maybe he'd be walking through downtown looking into the eyes of those no one sees. And maybe he's calling you to do the same. Because his birth wasn't just an event. It was a declaration, a rescue mission, a light turned on in the deepest dark. Jesus was born into chaos. And today, he still enters chaos. Not to judge it, but to redeem it. Not to avoid your mess, but to sit in it with you until light breaks through. He's not after performance. He's not impressed by filters or facades. He wants you, as you are right now. And if he were born today, he wouldn't ask you to travel across the world to find him. He'd ask you to look into your heart, into that ache you've tried to numb, that longing you don't have words for, that soft place where hope still lives, even after all the disappointment. That's where he'll meet you. So what if Jesus was born today? He is. Every day, in hearts that make room. Every time someone chooses grace over revenge, love over fear, peace over panic. He's still coming to us, in moments we never expect, in places we think are too ordinary. But nothing is ordinary when God enters the room. You don't need to have it all together. You don't need to be perfect. Just be present. Just say, Yama, because the manger was never about perfection. It was about presence. Gayana, with us. Let that truth sink in. He came for you. And if he came once, he will come again. Not through headlines, but through hearts. Not on a stage, but in stillness. So maybe today, light a candle. Say a prayer. Open the door. Welcome him in. He's already here, and he's not in a hurry to leave. If this message stirred something in you, leave a comment. Jesus, you're welcome here. And if you believe more people need to hear this today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this message of hope with someone who needs light in the dark. Jesus is still being born in hearts. Maybe, especially here.